If you're a mom and you ever said, I want to make extra money, but I don't have the time to start a whole business, this video is for you. Because I'm going to show you how you can start building a travel business during your kids' afternoon nap time. Not because you have unlimited free time, not because your house is always quiet, and definitely not because motherhood is easy, but because you may already be doing things that connect directly to this business. You're already planning trips, you're already finding resorts, you're already sending links to the group chat. You're already the one people ask when they want to go somewhere. So the real question is, why are you doing all of that for free? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, I'm going to show you how this business works, how you can start building it in small pockets of time, and where you to watch the free workshop that explains how people like myself are getting paid in travel. Hey, I'm Kim, the owner of Your Getaway Concierge. I'm a travel agent, group trip curator, a travel business coach, and a mom. I help clients plan stress-free vacations, luxury getaways, family trips, group trips, and experiences that they'll actually remember. I've sold over $100,000 in travel from my phone in 2025, and now I help new travel agents learn how to market their business, attract clients, use AI just like this one, create content, and build systems that fit in their real life. And let me be clear, I'm not saying this business is effortless, but what I'm saying is you do not need to have a perfect schedule and a huge following or hours on hours of free time to start learning how it works. You need a business model, you need guidance, consistency, and a way to use the time that you do have, even if that time is during nap time. A lot of moms want more income, but not at the cost of losing more of themselves. You want maybe help with the bills. You may want more trips to take. You may want to stop feeling guilty every time you want something for yourself. You may want to contribute financially without going back to a schedule that makes you feel like you're missing everything at home. And maybe you looked up a side hustle before, but they all felt like another full-time job. Selling products, packing orders, hosting parties, posting every 5 minutes. And you're thinking, girl, I barely have time to finish my coffee. How am I supposed to start a business? That's why travel caught my attention. Because travel is something people already spend their money on. Family vacations, birthday trips, cruises, honeymoons, anniversary trips, girls' trips. Those are the trips already being booked. The question is whether people are booking with a random website or with someone who can help guide them. Now, when I say during the kids' afternoon nap time, I'm not saying you can build an entire empire in 45 minutes with one eye open. Let's not be delusional. But you can use the pocket time to move your business forward. You can create one piece of content. You can follow up with 2 people. You can send someone a workshop. You can learn one part of your business. You can organize leads, post one travel tip. You can fill your content calendar. Small moves done consistently is what builds momentum. The problem is most moms think if I can't have it in 8 hours in a day, I shouldn't start it at all. And that's not true. You just need business that can be built in layers. Okay, so here's what most people get wrong. They think becoming a travel agent means begging people to book trips. Absolutely not. Attraction marketing means you create content that makes the right people come to you. You're not chasing strangers, book with me, book with me, book with me. You're showing people what's possible. You're educating them. You're sharing travel tips. You're talking about mistakes people make when booking. You're speaking to the people who are already looking to go on vacation. You're showing them the value of having a travel agent. This is how you start attracting instead of chasing. So let me break down what this could look like during an afternoon nap. Let's say you have 45 minutes. The first 10 minutes, check your emails, follow up with anyone who asks about travel. The next 10 minutes, create one simple post. It could be travel, it could be resorts mistakes, it could be a group idea or a did you know post about the travel industry. The next 10 minutes, you're going to send one person the workshop link if they asked about becoming a travel agent. 10 minutes after that, learn something from the training or organize your leads. The final 5 minutes, write down your next move before the baby wakes up and chaos comes back. That may not sound dramatic because that's exactly how a real business is built. Not always in its perfect time block. Sometimes it's built between snacks, naps, laundry, school pickups, therapy appointments, dinner time, or bedtime. Now let's talk about why this business makes sense for moms. Travel is emotional. People travel for memories. They travel for birthdays. They travel for burnout. They travel because their kids are getting older. They travel because they need reconnection. They want to celebrate life. And moms understand this better than anyone. You know what it feels like to need a break. You know what it feels like to want something planned for you for once. You know what it feels like to want your family to experience more and just not own more stuff. This is why your voice matters in this business. You don't need to sound like a corporate travel commercial. You can sound like a real person who understands real families, real budget, real schedules, and real stress. And that's powerful. And before you start thinking, but Kim, I don't travel all the time. You don't need to travel every month to start learning the business. But I don't have a huge following. Good, because followers don't automatically equal buyers. You need trust, consistency, and conversation. But I'm not good at sales. Then don't start being salesy. Start being helpful. But I don't have the time. You may not have hours, but you probably have pockets. And the pockets of time can work when you know what to do with them. But I don't know where to start. That's exactly why I have a free workshop. Because before you jump into anything, you need to understand how the business works, how people are getting paid in travel, and what support looks like when you join the right team. When you join my team as a travel agent, I don't just leave you out there trying to figure this out by yourself. You get support, you get access to travel guides, you get AI prompts to help you create content faster, just like this one. You get content coaching calls, you get guidance on how to market your travel business, you get help understanding how to attract clients. You even get trained and supported building this business the way it fits into your real life. Because let's be honest, moms do not need more confusion. We need simple steps. We need systems. We need reminders. We need someone to say no. Don't post it like that, girl. Say it this way. And that's what I help my team with. A lot of people think being a travel agent is just finding resorts and sending a price. Yeah, that's part of it, but that's not the whole business. The real business is learning how to create demand, how to talk about travel in a way that makes people take action, how to follow up, how to use forums, how to organize your leads, how to create content that attracts the right type of clients, and how to explain the value of booking with you, how to stop posting randomly and start moving people towards a decision. And that's why I talk so much about content, AI, automation, and systems. Because if you're a busy mom, you cannot afford to waste time posting just to post. You need content that works. Your content needs a job. And here's the truth, the business is not for everybody. If you want instant money with no effort, this is not that. If you want to sign up and disappear, this is also not that. But if you want to learn and follow up and be consistent, this will work. Because if you're coachable and you love travel, if people are ready to come to you for trips, if you want to build something flexible and you're tired of watching other people make moves while you keep talking about it, then you should at least learn how it works. That does not mean you have to join today. That means you stop guessing and get informed. That's what the workshop is for. Imagine this. Your child goes down for a nap, and instead of scrolling and feeling behind, you spend 30, maybe 45 minutes building something that belongs to you. You create one post, you send one follow-up, you learn one skill, you invite one person to check out a workshop. You plant one seed, then you do it again tomorrow, and again the next day. And that's how you start becoming the woman who does not just say, I need extra income, but the woman that becomes who is building something. Not perfectly, not loudly, not without flawless routine, but consistently. And that matters. So if you've been curious about becoming a travel agent, learning how people like myself are getting paid in travel, or building flexible business around your real life, I want you to start with my free workshop. The link is in the description. In the workshop, you'll learn how the travel business works, how people earn in the industry, and what it looks like to join my team. And make sure you use my sponsor code. And after you watch it, reach out to me so we can talk, whether it's right for you or not. Because maybe nap time may not be long, but it's long enough to start something and stop overthinking and just take one step at a time.